Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, Negan has not been in the comics for a while. I believe it's been over a year since we've seen Negan in the comics. The last time we saw him, he was just sort of by himself. He was exiled from Alexandria, and he had been by himself for a long time, and he was sort of coming to terms with the fact that he was being alone, and in some ways it almost seemed like he was worse off than he was when he was locked up, because when he was locked up, at least he did have people to talk to. Carl visited him regularly, Rick visited him a few times. He had characters to talk to, characters to make conversations with, characters to tell jokes to. Now that was Negan's big thing, is telling jokes. No matter what, no matter what's happening, he likes to tell jokes. He likes to be funny. And when he's completely alone, completely isolated, he has no one to tell jokes to. He's actually struggling to laugh at himself during his last appearance, and his beard is growing out. That could just be them trying to connect him with the TV show a little bit, because Negan likes to go back and forth on facial hair. But he had lost Lucille. Lucille had been destroyed during the Whisperer War, and he comes across another bat, and he struggles with wanting to create Lucille again, because he's starting to be honest with himself and realize that Lucille shouldn't, that's his wife's memory, it shouldn't be a bat. And then he kind of goes back and forth on the bat, and then Maggie comes up to him and she almost kills him, and he begs her to kill him, and then she realizes that he might be suffering more if she lets him live, so she tells him that he has to live with what he did. And the very last time we see Negan takes his new bat, he throws it in the fire, and he walks away smiling, as if he's reborn, like a new man. And that's pretty much the last time we see him. And I believe in the letter hacks, Robert Kirkman said something about we're never going to see Negan again in the comics, but that's bullshit. We're going to see Negan again. It could be issue 200. I feel like that would make sense. Having Negan come back in issue 200, because he was introduced in issue 100. That was the big issue where he killed Glenn. And issue 200 could be when Negan makes the dramatic return. Maybe he could show up at the Commonwealth or Alexandria or something, because when you think about it, issue 185 just came out, so issue 200 is a little over a year away. There's a new issue every month. It's 15 issues away. It wouldn't really be that far of a stretch to wait until Negan comes back in issue 200. I know that he's a fan favorite, but at this point we've gone long enough without Negan that when Negan does return, it has to be a dramatic moment. It has to be dramatic. I don't know if it'll be a good thing, a bad thing. In what fashion will he return? Will he help Rick and everyone else? I don't know, but it has to be dramatic, because it's been so long since we've seen him. When he does return, it has to be a dramatic moment. So waiting until issue 200 to bring him back could make sense. It could give the other characters a chance to develop, the Commonwealth a chance to develop, because Negan has a tendency to just dominate the panels with his personality and his dialogue. So it might make sense to go that long without Negan. And like I said, we're only 15 issues away from 200, so if they wait until issue 200 to bring him back, that's feasible. I could see that. We're almost there. A little over a year, but we've gone this long. We've pretty much gone over a year without Negan, so we could go that much longer. But as far as them saying that Negan's never going to come back to the comics, that's just bullshit. Robert Kirkman and all of them, they like to say things like that. I remember back when I remember watching season 4, episode 8 of The Walking Dead, Too Far Gone, when it aired. I might have watched it on Amazon, but it was like that night it aired, and I we didn't know if Judith was actually dead or not. We saw the bloodied crib, and then Robert Kirkman was like, "Oh yeah, she's dead. She's dead." I mean, he likes to troll and lie and shit like that. So I mean, if they, I promise they have a plan for Negan, that they're going to bring Negan back. But it could be issue 200, it could be issue 210, it could be issue 190. I don't know, but it'll happen. He said something about he thought about killing Negan in his last issue, having Maggie kill him. I don't know if that's true or not. That'd be kind of a depressing way to end his story after everything, after being locked up and redeeming himself, just to have Maggie kill him and come full circle. That would have been kind of depressing, but it could have worked. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he saw the fans rioting and decided not to do that, and he thought that Negan's kind of a cash cow for the franchise, so keeping him alive in the comics makes sense. But as far as I'm concerned, his story's not over. I do believe that when he threw his second Lucille into the fire and walked away, he was reborn in a way, and that once we do see Negan again, he will be slightly different. Hopefully he'll be his funny, comical self, but he might be slightly different. And he has an opportunity with the Commonwealth, because I do believe that Negan could really he'd really play a role in the Commonwealth story. Just seeing him with the Commonwealth and with the people in the community, just talking to everyone, talking to the governor, Pamela. I mean, that just sounds like gold. I mean, I want to see him talk to the soldiers. I want to see him making jokes about everyone. And there seems to be a possible new threat on the horizon that Dwight might be trying to start a war to take over the Commonwealth as the leader and overthrow the governor, because he thinks that the high class, low class system is fucked, and he wants to change things. I don't really like what they're doing with that, but I guess as long as they don't kill Dwight off, I'm happy. But there's a chance that Rick, Mercer, Magna, and Dwight could get everyone that they can and rally together and start the war with the Commonwealth to take over the Commonwealth, because we know that Rick, Dwight, Magna, Mercer, those are all among the characters that have issues with the high class, low class system. Michonne and her daughter Elodie not so much, and there's some other characters that don't have a problem with it. So we could really get maybe a soft war, like a Captain America Civil War type war, where it's not just violence and deaths, and you can actually understand both sides. I don't know. But having Negan be a part of that could really be interesting. Having Negan be a part of Rick's army. Like, Rick is like, look, Negan, we're going to overthrow the Commonwealth. The high-class, low-class system is fucked up. If you help me, I will forget about what happened with Glenn and everything, and you can be a part of this community, and you can be one of my top lieutenants. But if you need to help me win this war, and Negan's like, fuck yeah, fuck, like he agrees to do it, in classic Negan style, and it kind of gives Negan a chance to do something important again and help Rick and Dwight and Mercer and everyone, overthrow the governor and take over the Commonwealth. I feel like Negan could make a big difference with that, just because he's Negan. And I mean, whatever they do with him, if there is going to be a war to overtake the Commonwealth, if he's on Rick's side, which I feel like he would be, his character would do some big things in the story. I can really imagine that. So I think that could be interesting to have, if there is going to be a Commonwealth war. Who's going to become leader, and there's like Rick's army, then the governor's army. I think Negan can make a big difference. So I'm sure he will come back. If they didn't want Negan to be in the comics, they just have to kill him off, and they didn't. So when he comes back, it'll be a dramatic thing, but he will come back, and I have a feeling it'll play a big role in the Commonwealth story in the future. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.